Hey, good evening and welcome. This is the regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Eichelkraut.
Here.
Gainier.
Here.
Rodriguez. Here. Less.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
We have 5 present.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the minutes of a regular meeting of the Council of the City of Ottawa, Illinois, held on Tuesday, October 15, 2019, and the minutes of a special meeting held on Tuesday, October 29, 2019, both be approved as recorded in the permanent files of the City Clerk.
Is there a second? Commissioner Rodriguez, any corrections? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. We're going to deviate a little bit from the agenda that's printed up. If anybody wants to appear before the council, we'll do that at the end of the meeting. Special night tonight for a bunch of people. At this time, I'd like to have Commissioner Wayne Eichelkraut come up. He's going to do a presentation.
Today, we award this key to the city to Don Gillette. Over the last 30 years have become synonymous with music and holiday festivities. As a parade organizer, he brought generations of Ottawa youngsters in their glimpse of Santa Claus. During the summers, he brought thousands of music lovers to enjoy a concert series he helped start and watch grow. In the days of Friendship Day parade, Don joined other volunteers in building floats. Even after he and his partner and wife of 62 years, Betty, turned parade management into their second career, they volunteered to make Christmas in Ottawa extra special. They developed the Festival of Lights Parade for the kids and created a new holiday tradition for local families. While managing a heavy parade schedule, that time of year, no matter what their business commitments led them across the tri-state area, they never disappointed Ottawa youngsters. And Betty still found time to babysit grandchildren and cook up Thanksgiving dinner for the family and a post-parade barbecue, parade divers, and cruise. As a founding member of the Special Events Committee, Don has advised on many events through the past 20 years. One event closest to his heart has been Music in the Park. Don doesn't miss many concerts. He and Betty often join in the dancers, swaying and arm to arm to a melody. Don and Betty Gillette believe children's smiles brighten the Festival Lights Parade more than any electronic generator. And the Music in the Park is the sweetest music that brings pleasure to its listeners. Don's contributions over the years have brought many smiles and many pleasures to many generations. And I've had the pleasure for the last 20 years plus to actually work with you, and it's been my pleasure. Thanks, Don.
Yeah, on behalf of the entire city, we thank the entire Gillette family. But
I would like to say thank you to the team of Ottawa for letting us do it all these years. It's worth it. Thank you.
thank you. Okay, now before we get to the Kiwanis portion, there are 2 public hearings we're going to take care of. And the first one is a public hearing on the annexation agreement with Hanks Incorporated.
Yes, this is an annexation agreement where they have petitioned the city to come into the city, and this will allow them the opportunity to connect to the sewer system once they're annexed into the city.
Any public comment? We're going to close the hearing. The second hearing we have is vacating a portion of a public street, which is Poplar Street, for the Madden family.
That's correct, Mayor. This request for a vacation involves a house that was actually on the city right-of-way. It was just the way that the lines were drawn, so the city received their request, and they're requesting to be vacate that portion of the street so that they can clear title on that house.
Any comments on that? Okay, we're going to close that hearing. Now we get to the fun stuff. I'm going to welcome the 2019 Ottawa Kiwanis Club kids. And the first student we're going to bring up is going to be Mayor Awesome, Aslan Awesome, daughter of Robert and Beth Awesome from Marquette Academy. And Aslan, if you just want to wait till I get the rest of the group up here. Acting as the police chief from Shepherd is Peyton Bryson, and that's the son of Carrie and Patrick Bryson.
Daughter.
Daughter, I'm sorry. Okay. Fire chief from Marquette Academy is Jackson Higgins. That's the son of Cassie and Matt Almeida. Corporate counsel is from Shepherd, Xander Hook.
Hoke. You're
And about
right.
500. And that's the son of Jeff and Ann Hauk. City engineers from Shepherd, Bryce McLaughlin. Parents are Drew and Chrissy McLaughlin and Rebecca McLaughlin. City treasurer from Marquette Academy, Bella Van Wiggeren. And her parents are David and Christina Van Wiggeren. City clerk will be from Shepherd, Jenna Gammons, daughter of Jeff and Donna Gammons. Commissioner of Public Property from Marquette Academy, Frankie Reynolds, son of Ryan and Elizabeth Reynolds. Commissioner of Public Health and Safety is from Shepherd, Luke Connell, son of Brian and Colleen Connell. And Commissioner of Accounts and Finance from Marquette Academy is Kira Kleckner, daughter of Mike and Kim Kleckner. And Commissioner of Public Improvements from Shepherd is Izzy Rayfield, and daughter of Penny Rayfield.
Thank you.
One down there.
Right, the mayor and the clerk.
No, yeah. Perfect.
You might want to close the microphone.
We're going to start with Commissioner Eichelkraut's part.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut
that the biweekly salary payroll of October 18th, 2019 in the amount of $397,965.15 and the biweekly salary payroll of November 1st, 2019 in the amount of $382,345.55 both be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second?
Eichelkraut,
No, wait, you gotta wait till she says roll
Roll call?
call. Who seconded that? I'm sorry. Did you guys second it?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Les. Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut,
Aye.
Gainier,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Les,
Aye.
Mayor,
Aye.
No. it's a-
moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the monthly expense report of November 5th, 2019, showing expenses in the amount of $1,414,815.17 be approved and warrants issued.
Is there a second? Second. Second by Rodriguez. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut,
Aye.
Gainier,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Les,
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that the annual financial report of City Clerk Shelley L. Monks for fiscal year 2019 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gainier. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut,
Aye.
Gainier,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Les,
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that a resolution authorizing the execution of an engagement letter between the City of Ottawa and Lauterbach and Amen LLP for financial reporting for the police and fire pension funds be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second? Second. Second by Commissioner Rodriguez. Any discussion? Roll call.
Eichelkraut,
Aye.
Gainier,
No.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Les,
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Eichelkraut that a resolution authorizing the execution of an energy purchase agreement at a price not to exceed 4 cents for the fixed energy cost be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Les. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut,
Aye.
Gainier,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Les,
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Is there anything else, Commissioner? Yes.
The city has received 85% of property tax dollars from LaSalle County Treasurer's Office. We are halfway through our fiscal year and we will be amending the budget before the end of the year to include projects not originally budgeted for. We are close to reciprocate to our fiscal year 2019's audit and will be working closely on the city treasurer levy in December. The next U.S. Census will be in 2020. The U.S. Constitution requires a head count every 10 years of everyone living in the United States. The information collected by the Census Bureau is decided the number of seats in each state has the U.S. House of Representatives and is also used to distribute more than $675 billion to the states, countries, and local communities like Ottawa. To get an accurate count of the Census Bureau relies on every resident in this country to complete and submit a census questionnaire. You can help make sure you and your family and friends all participate and respond because everyone counts.
Thank you, Commissioner. We'll move to Commissioner Gainier's.
Moved by Commissioner Gainier that the low bid received from Brandt Excavating Incorporated in the amount of $36,560 for the 2019 Illinois Route 71 Sanitary Sewer Extension Project be accepted and paid for from the Route 71 TIF fund.
Is there a second?
Second.
Rodriguez, any discussion? Roll call.
Hank's Farm Restaurant has potential for annexation to the city, which will be considered at this meeting. As part of the annexation agreement, the city, in cooperation with Hank's, will install a sanitary sewer line to serve this property.
Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut. Aye. Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Is there anything else, Commissioner?
Yes. Installation of 18,000 feet of sanitary sewer ranging in size from 8-inch to 24-inch at a cost of $3.5 million was recently completed to provide sanitary sewer service to annexed property along Illinois Route 71 located within the new Interstate 80 AFI district. The sewer main is operational, serving the properties. Replacement of a 14-inch diameter water main that broke under the Fox River was completed in August at a cost of $1.2 million. This project requires permits from the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, the United States Army Corps of Engineers, and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources.
Thank you, Commissioner. We will now move to Rodriguez as part of the agenda.
Moved by Commissioner Rodriguez that an ordinance vacating a portion of a public street known as the west 10 feet of Poplar Street lying adjacent to Lot 1 in Block 16 in Canal Trustees subdivision of Blocks and States addition to Sandra Madden in the amount of $1,982 be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Second. Eichelkraut, is there any discussion? Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Rodriguez that a resolution authorizing the execution of a license agreement between the City of Ottawa and Sandra Madden for a fence and a patio located in the city's right-of-way at 1000 West Superior Street be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second?
Second.
Eichelkraut, any discussion? Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Is there anything else, Commissioner?
Yes. We started the leaf vacuuming program yesterday and it will run through the entire town twice. Mirroring any major weather or equipment breakdowns we plan on being done by June. The yard waste dumpsters will be out until the first week in December also. This morning, I spoke to the IDNR's National Resources Advisory Board presenting our project proposal and attempt to obtain the Ausland grant for improvements and amenities for Thornton Park. There are 134 applications online. Design plans have been completed for construction of the pedestrian bridge over Interstate 80 at Route 23 for the safety of pedestrians and bicyclists. Bids will be received this month and construction is expected to begin in the spring of 2020 at an estimated cost of $2.5 million.
Thank you, Commissioner. We'll now move to Les's part of the agenda.
Commissioner Rodriguez has one item of new business. Sorry, I'm going to sneak that in there. Go ahead.
Moved by Commissioner Rodriguez that a resolution authorizing the execution of an urban and community forestry grant agreements between the City of Ottawa and the Morton Arboretum be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second?
Second.
Eichelkraut, is there any discussion? Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. We'll move to Les's part of the.
We have another report of the police chief.
The Ottawa Police Department is currently collecting information on an upgrade to the 911 dispatch center. The upgrade will enhance our 911 systems capabilities as well as our communication network. This upgraded system will be compliant with all next-generation services such as text and video. Once a decision is made and completed, we will be ready for the next 10 years of 911 services. I would like to update everyone that our 2 officers, Cole Clicker and Brett, both of who were hired in June, have successfully completed the 14-week Basic Police Academy and are currently assigned to patrol with their field training officers for 14 weeks. Officers seem to be progressing very well and should be on their own by the first of the year. I'd also like to take a moment and thank the Public Works Director and his department for a good job on the snow removal after our first snowfall.
Are you having to read this? Oh, she's got a lot to read, so. All right, we're going to do the monthly report of the police chief. Squad car calls, 1,463. Arrest, 560. Prisoners, 7. Sent to state institution, 0. Sent to the county jail, 2. Sent to juvenile probation, 8. Central Dispatch handled 996 911 calls. Central Dispatch also handled 5,168 administrative calls.
Moved by Commissioner Less that the report of Police Chief Brent A. Rolson for the month of October 2019 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
We have the report of the fire chief.
Bell alarms 1, still alarms 18, active alarms 21, medic calls 271, transfers 16, mutual aid 12, number of patients 208, total calls for October 2019 330, structure loss $2,025, contents loss $5,020, vehicle loss 0, total loss for October 2019 $25,045, non-residential bill $262.
Moved by Commissioner Less that the report of Fire Chief Andrew Borkowski for the month of October 2019 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut. Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Commissioner Less that change order number 1 from Pierce Midwest Regional Refurbishment Center in the amount of $1,353 for replacement items for the fire trucks be accepted and paid from the general corporate fund.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye. Is there anything else?
Nothing further, Mayor.
Does the city treasurer have a report?
November 5th, 2019 Treasurer's Report. We are progressing on the city's fiscal year financial audit and have engaged an actuary to conclude some of the final matters needing attention. We are hoping to have the audited financials by the middle of next month so management can prepare the required discussion and analysis and conclude the report. We are also progressing on the issuance of alternate revenue bonds to fund the city projects in the water and water waste divisions. We are currently preparing this year's real estate tax levy determination. We will be reviewing information from the County Assessor's Office regarding total real property assessments, and we will also be reviewing funding recommendations for our employee pensions. In consideration of all those and other obligations, we will determine the amount necessary and available for delivery of the city services. We will present our recommendations and levy request in December. We are also doing our best to work with the city attorney, which we all know can be very challenging at times. That concludes my report.
Does the city attorney have a report?
Our report to the city council is broken down by category as follows and covers the period from November 6, 2018 to November 5, 2019. Ordinance violations consist of charges such as truancy, curfew, possession of smoking materials by a minor, possession of marijuana, disorderly conduct, dog at large, excessive noise, unlawful possession of open alcohol in public or unlawful consumption of alcohol by a minor or any other act violating a City of Ottawa ordinance. These ordinance violations are handled through administrative adjudication. There have been 384 new administrative adjudication files opened. During that same time, 542 files have been successfully concluded by payment of fine or dismissal. Nuisance. There are 63 outstanding liens against properties for nuisance violations such as weeds, high grass, and debris. 7 liens have been released this year by the property owner paying them in full. No liens were sold at last year's delinquent property tax sale, and none are proposed to be sold at this year's tax sale in November. Labor matters. The collective bargaining agreement with the police was approved by the City Council on May 1st, 2019. Mediation on the AFSCME collective bargaining agreement is ongoing, and mediation on the fire collective bargaining agreement has yet to begin.
Does the city engineer have a report?
I would like to provide an update on a few ongoing projects within the city. The annual city street maintenance, including replacement of curbs, sidewalks, and asphalt pavement, is under construction. This year's program includes $1.6 million of street improvements and will be completed in the next few years. The annual water main replacement and upgrade project is under construction. The city water department has replaced $2.5 million of water mains over the past few years to improve the system. The year's project includes replacement of water mains on Chamber and Sycamore Streets. Engineering design has been completed for a new water main to serve the properties located along Illinois Route 71 within the new Interstate 80 TIF district at an estimated cost of $3.4 million. A date has not been set to begin construction. Engineering design has begun for replacement for the Illinois River Crossing sewer lift station that pumps sewer flows from the north side to the wastewater treatment plant at an estimated cost of $2.5 million. The project will move the station out of the flood plan and provide additional capacity. Construction is expected to begin in the spring of 2020. That is all.
Thank you. Now we will move to the mayor's agenda.
We have the report of the registrar. There were 27 birth certificates, 37 death certificates, and certified copies were issued with fees totaling $1,376. Moved by Mayor Awesome that the report of Registrar Shelley L. Monks for the month of October 2019 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier? Aye. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that the report of the Parking Administration Department showing fines collected of $2,715 for the month of October 2019 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier? Aye. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
We have the report of the building official.
I'm going to read this one also. There were 14 building permits issued with fees totaling $4,540. Total number of on-site building inspections, 45. There was 1 sign permit for $48, 2 feather banner permits for $50, 3 pool permits for $75, 6 fence permits for $300, 2 tree care permits, which were no charge, 12 general contractor licenses issued for $1,200, 3 electrical licenses renewed for $300, 3 new electrical licenses issued for $300, 13 electrical permits for $550, total number of on-site electrical inspections, 38. We had 16 people take our electrical exam for $800. Total number of on-site plumbing inspections were 12. Our construction coordinator did a total, let's see here, they didn't add it up for me this time, 20, 40, 60, 121 inspections, and our code enforcement officer did a total of 124 inspections, for a total of permits and licenses of 59, with fees collected of $8,363.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that the report of building official Matthew W. Stafford for the month of October 2019 be received and placed on file.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that the report of the sidewalk program showing 2 participants in the amount of $2,883.50 be approved and paid for from the general corporate fund.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of an annexation agreement between the City of Ottawa, Hakes Incorporated, Edward Allen Jr., and Della Allen, which has been on file for public inspection since October 15th, 2019, be adopted.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that an ordinance annexing certain territory to the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, owned by Hanks Incorporated, Edward Allen Jr., and Della Allen be passed and approved.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that an ordinance amending Rule 1 of Section 2-51 of the Municipal Code of the City of Ottawa, LaSalle County, Illinois, regarding public comment rules be passed and approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that a resolution appointing Randy Orr, term to expire July 2023, to the Playground and Recreation Board be adopted.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Pick one.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that a resolution of support and commitment of local funds for the FEMA grant application for Green Street Residency project be adopted.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of a business associate and service agreement between the City of Ottawa and Infinisource regarding the flex plan for city employees, which has been on file for public inspection since October 29th, 2019, be adopted.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that a resolution authorizing the approval and execution of a memorandum of understanding and settlement agreement between the City of Ottawa and the International Association of Firefighters Local 523, which has been on file for public inspection since October 29th, 2019, be adopted.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut?
Aye.
Gainier?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Less?
Aye.
Mayor?
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of a local public agency agreement for federal participation between the City of Ottawa and the Illinois Department of Transportation for the Interstate 80 pedestrian bridge be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that a resolution authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Ottawa and the Illinois Department of Transportation for maintenance of the Interstate 80 pedestrian bridge be received and placed on file for public inspection.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that the request for a variance from Chris and Becky Jones for property located at 1500 West Jackson Street be received and referred to the Zoning Board of Appeals for review and recommendation.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Public comment now.
Do you want to ask that if there's any issue here?
Is there anyone wishing to appear before the council?
Okay. Do the motion for adjournment.
Moved by Mayor Awesome that this regular meeting be adjourned.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Eichelkraut.
Aye.
Gainier.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Less.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Okay, I want to thank everyone. I'm going to ask a couple questions of our young councilmen. I know everyone showed up Saturday and took a tour of all the city places. And I'm anxious to hear if anybody's got any recommendations. I know everyone showed up. So a lot of times, young people give us old people new ideas, so. Police Chief, you have any suggestions to improve the city? No. Fire Chief? You know what, they seem to do a good job lobbying the honest kids every year. What about Commissioner Rodriguez?
No.
No? Didn't like the water plant, the street department, city treasurer, commissioner? Oh, last year we had all kinds of comments. Anyone else have anything? Well, anyway, thank you. This is one of the highlights of the year. I really wish we'd get this many people at all of our council meetings, but I know half the people came for the Gillette family and the other half came for theirs. So congratulations to all the Kiwanis kids and to the Gillette family. Have a good evening.